At a church my parents and I used to attend, lots of people would help out in the ministry. My mom's job that she volunteered for was to clean the sanctuary and lobby areas of it, both of which were quite large, and I would tag along with her to help get it done a bit faster. We started going there when I was 9 years old, and stopped going when I was around 12-13. All of these things happened while I was around 10-11. The church also had a large children's church area in the back past the lobby. It was a long hallway with several classrooms on both sides until you reached the end of the hallway where you'd be met with another long hallway going left and right. Think of it in the shape of a T. This also had several classrooms on both sides, but also offices behind glass doors that you couldn't access without a key. This place was always under construction while we were there, and some other rooms for storage and cleaning supplies. One Saturday, I was back there filling the mop bucket when I heard a very, very audible, "Hey," in a low, growling voice. It sounded like it was right next to my ear. So I panicked a bit and tried to call my mom on my phone, who was way up front in the sanctuary. Unbeknownst to me at the time that she was vacuuming and couldn't hear her phone ringing. So I finished up and ran with the mop bucket as fast as I could to the sanctuary to tell her. Mind you, we were the only two there at the time. We were always the only two cleaning unless my dad stopped in to help every once in a blue moon. On another Saturday, I was once again grabbing the mop bucket from the cleaning closet in the children's church, and everything was pretty normal up until I walked out of the closet and started making my way down the hallway. I had mentioned earlier that there was an office area behind glass doors that could only be accessed with a key that our pastor carried with him. My mom and I were once again the only two people on the church at the time. But I was coming up to the glass doors where you would then make a left down the large hallway to get back to the lobby sanctuary, and I happened to look up and notice something strange behind the glass doors. I slowly panned my eyes and head up one of the office doors behind the glass doors, and noticed a very, very tall shadow. Well, it wasn't a shadow, it was solid. I could have reached out and touched it physically with my hands. It was in the shape of a human, but had absolutely no features anywhere on its body. It was just a pitch-black, solid outline of a human standing in one of the office doorways. It was so tall that it had to crouch down to be able to fit in the doorway, and its head was resting sideways against the ceiling of the hallway. I guess you could say that I made eye contact with it, and it ducked inside of the office very quickly, with a speed I've never seen any human move at. I absolutely freaked out and left the mop bucket there and booked it to the lobby where my mom was cleaning at the time. I went back and grabbed the bucket with my mom after I told her what I'd seen, and then refused to ever go back into the children's church ever again. Those were the two encounters I had there, but my mom had a couple too. She also heard a voice scream at her to leave while vacuuming the sanctuary. This was a separate time from when I had heard a voice say, "Hey," in my ear. There was also a time when my mom's car broke down there, and my grandma came to pick her up. My parents weren't together yet, and my mom had decided to go clean the church very early in the morning so her Saturday could be freed up to do other things, and I was at a sleepover at my cousin's, so I wasn't there. Anyways, my grandma was waiting in her car in the front parking lot of the church, and could see through the glass doors at the front entrance that there was another tall, solid black figure watching her through the door. My mom, who was grabbing a couple of things from her car, was asked by my grandmother if she could see the figure in the doorway as well. My grandmother never took her eyes off of it, and when my mom went around the car to look at it, it vanished a couple of seconds after they both saw it.